And the question goes on to say, put the data 05 in F001. All right, as you can see in the highlighted marks. So I've taken it a point to write, to specify in the program, saying that okay, F00 memory location is going to have my first input data, which is given to me in the question. Why F00? This textbook fellow, whoever wrote the textbook, he likes this F00, so he has placed the data there.
Okay, sir.
F001 is the another location which is going to have my second input data. That is his choice. Based on the question, I'm putting the data in those two locations. If you have understood the first two lines, the next, all the lines are easy. All right. So what am I doing? Let me just quickly recap. LXIB F000. What are we doing here? We are loading into this register pair. Now remember, whenever you see X, we are trying to say that it's going to be a register pair. So when we see B, the register pair is BC. B cannot coupled with B, with some other thing. Okay, BC, DE, HL, as I said, are all couples and they are faithful to each other. That means you can't couple B and E, you can't couple B and D, you can't couple C and H. Okay, BC is one couple, DE is one couple, HL is one couple. So they both, whenever you say B register pair, you are implicitly referring to BC. Whenever you are speaking of D register pair, you are implicitly referring to DE. All right. So here what is happening when I say LXI B F000, I'm saying that the value, this F00, this is 2 byte data is broken down and the higher order goes to B. So B will have F0 and C will have 00. All right, so that is what I'm loading here. So loading register pair immediate. So immediately I'm loading the register pair with this, what do I say, with this address or with this data. Now LDAXB. Now what is this? This instruction is very interesting instruction. As you can see, we are this is an indirect addressing mode. As you can see here, addressing mode is register indirect. What do I mean by that? That means we are going to load into the accumulator not the contents of the register pair. No, we are not going to put the contents of the register pair in the accumulator. No, we are going to go to the location, I mean, we're going to go to the location of this B, I mean, whatever value the B has, and go to that location and capture the data, and that data is going to go to the accumulator. In other words, what are we doing now? We are simply loading this 0F to accumulator. That is what is clearly depicted in the flowchart. If you were to see in the flowchart, we are starting the program. I'm pushing 0F to F1000. Akshata asked why, and I just pointed to the question is asking me to do. So if the question said something else, I'll do something else. So the question is asking me to push 0F to F1000. Question is asking me to push 05 to F1001. I did that. Now BC. Now what is happening in BC? BC register pair is going to capture, is going to have the contents of my F00. All right, and my accumulator is having now what? 0F. Now what is the 0F? It's nothing but F000. Now of course here the flowchart they have little in depth. All right, you don't need to write your flowchart in depth like this. You can make it a short here. So here 0F is nothing but the data which is inside BC. All right. So when you're doing LDAXB, you are simply saying that the data in the memory location F00 was captured and stored in the accumulator. So my accumulator now has 0F. All right. Now what am I doing the next step? I'm pushing whatever is in my accumulator to H. You must be thinking, okay, all what we did so far was the data was somewhere. We pushed the data into BC register pair. From BC register pair, we pushed the accumulator. From accumulator, we're pushing it to HL register pair. Very interesting, right? All right, so that is what is happening so far. So the data is just moving around. So as you can see here in the flowchart, 0F is pushed to F1000. Okay, I'll skip the next step. We have not yet dealt with it. BC is a register pair, which is having the data of F1000. Actually, the arrow mark should be the other way around here. All right, just let me make a note of that. I would say the arrow mark should be this way. All right. Okay, and 0f now is pushed to A. What is the 0f? It's nothing but whatever was in the location f1000. And how we know that? In our f1000, what did we have? We have 0f. And how did we load the 0f to A? We loaded it by my instruction LDAXB. What is this LDAXB doing? LDAXB is an indirect mode of addressing wherein it is going to go to the location of the contents of register B, location of the contents of the register B, and then capture that data and load it into the accumulator. All right. Now the same thing. Now we're going to push that to H. You will understand that in a bit. So A is again empty now. In fact, H has a copy of A. All right. Now the same thing I'm going to do for the next data. The next data is F001. Remember, we did not work on the 05. 05 was still remaining in F001. Now we need to get this to our accumulator. How do I get this? I push this to, I treat this as data. I break F001. So F0 goes to D. What is the spouse of D?
E, sir.
E. So E will have 01. So D will have F0, E will have 01. All right. Now, same thing I'm going to do. So LDAXD. So when I say LDAXD, D, as you know here, when you speak of X, you know we are speaking of register pair, DE register pair. So when I say DE register pair, I have the data F0 and I have 01. Okay. Forgive my handwriting. It's terrible with this. Okay. So when I say LDX, it's not going to load F001. It is going to go to this location F001. What is in F001? We all know we have the second data in F001, that is 05. So in other words, 05 is going to come to my accumulator now. Now what am I doing? I'm adding with H. How clever. So in my H, I moved it to H here because of this particular step. So I can add later on. So what is in my accumulator now? In my accumulator, I have 05. Accumulator has 05. What is there in my H? H has 0F. And I'm going to store it in F110. This is the program. Any questions on this before we solve it in the simulator?
In F 000, we are going to give the data that is 0F. In memory
We, as in the
location.
question here, is specifying the data, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If it specifies, we need to give in the memory.
Yeah. What's your question now, Sharon?
Yeah. I mean,
Your voice is
has to
breaking
load
up,
in.
Sharon.
I mean, 0F should be loaded in F 000 as per the question.
Yeah, you can see that. No, the question is saying
And in
that, right?
yeah. And in simulation, we need to enter those 0F and 05
Of
values.
course. These two
Okay,
we need to do in
got it.
simulator. How will the simulator have this value? This won't magically appear there. No.
Okay, I mean, going to memory, we need to do this changes.
Going to memory, as in, how do you load into a memory location? We have so many instructions. So move, MVI,
Yes.
load.
Okay.
So we have a provision for us to put this data into the memory location. That is fine. All right. But what I'm trying to say is our program actually starts from here. That what they have given us the input data. The input data can be any location, any data. Here they have specified that. All right. So the main program, the working of it is we are getting the address, we are breaking that, and then we are going to that register indirect mode, and then we are capturing it, pushing into A, then we are pushing into H, then we are doing the same thing for the other number, we are adding it, storing it. So this is how things are done in indirect addressing mode. Very important question, guys.
Sir, can you explain that last add H again, sir?
That's the most simplest instruction. Add H. It's going to add the contents of the
No, sir.
accumulator with.
So only 1 second. Sir, in the first, we are loading accumulator, like move accumulate content of accumulator to H, no, sir.
Correct.
Then in the next instruction, we won't move that, sir. You will directly add.
We have moved whatever in the accumulator to H. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now in this LDAXD, what is happening? We are loading into the accumulator. So whatever is in the
Okay, sir.
accumulator is gone. So new value is coming and sitting in the accumulator.
Yes, sir.
So a new value is
Then
there in the accumulator. What is this new value in the accumulator now?
it's 05, sir.
Brilliant. Yes, 05 is in the accumulator now. What we have a copy of the previous number in the register H. What is H having?
It's 0F.
H is having 0F. Brilliant. Yes. So H is having 0F. So now we are adding what is in the accumulator with the H. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Can we go with
Little
simulation?
complicated, no? Sorry?
Can we go with simulation, sir, and just check?
Yeah. So before we work on simulation, this will probably take a while. I wanted to show the next program so people can start writing. The others who do not have the simulator, they don't need to wait for us. So you would have, if at all, if you were to look at this program, you will know that we are trying to find the greatest of three numbers. All right. So we have A, B, C, and we are comparing who's greater among these three, and we are getting the value. All right. You would have done a program like this in your C and all. So the same thing in a microprocessor. All right. I'll quickly, can you quickly take the flow chart down so you can do the program, the mnemonics? Can you quickly write down the flow chart so that the ones who do not have a simulator can do this till we kind of do finish the program in the simulator. Sharath, in the meantime, if you are finished in this, you can start writing in the simulator.
The previous program, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay.
The others, I hope you are using your time to look into the link which I've shared. Please click on the link. You can go to the folder called record over there. Under the folder record, you can click on the image number 8, I think, 8 or 7. All right, that will show up the next program. You can take that down. What is that first instruction, Sharat? Oh, it's LXI. Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Now let's load the data. So on top of the program, okay, just do that. We'll see what happens. Just click assemble without the data.
Okay.
It is going to give us some error. There is no data in F00F. No, okay, we.
I mean, F0 is loaded in B. Yeah. And again, accumulator is taking 1, sir. Here.
Yeah. What was inside? We need to clear that F001, right? Mm. From F002, Sharath here. Start from
Okay, from here, sir.
F002.
I stop and then I'll
Yeah.
go with step by step again. Okay.
Yep. No. When you say
I
start
mean,
from F002, do you think it will start from here itself? No, I want the address, the first address there. No, it should not be F1000. It should be F002.
okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah, from here, right? Memory range.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Students, you need to know all the students. Please watch what Sharath is doing. In the practical exam, not much of help will be there.
Okay, sir. This is set now. I will click on assemble.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll go and here start from is also set to
Perfect.
F002.
So we were starting from the right place. Okay, very good.
Oh,
All right. Now what we need to do is we need to load F001 and I mean F000 and F001. So go back to our editor.
okay.
Is there any other method to load into the data show entire memory content? Are you able to change values here on the right side, Sharath?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, I'm able to.
On the right side.
Yeah. I mean here, right?
Ah.
Yeah. I'm able to.
So in
I
that
can
case,
just
give memory range from F000 on top.
Okay. And
No. Memory on top. Memory range.
Okay.
Yeah. Click us and then now change. Now everything will change, is it? And put
Yes.
F00. What is the value we want to give?
0 F in the
Yeah. Do that.
F. Yeah. And the memory
Can you click on
address
the
should start
option
from.
show entire memory content? The first radio button below.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, that's scary. Click on the second one. Show only loaded memory location.
Yeah.
All right.
Sir,
Can
I
you click
think.
on?
Yeah.
You click assemble
Yes.
once again, Sharath. We'll see.
Okay.
Assemble. Can you right click insert one more thing, because if you change one, is everything changing on the right side? F0001 you've loaded. What should be in F001?
05.
Yeah. Can you do that?
Yeah. I mean, I can change this value and I'll give it to.
No. Then where is F002 now?
I mean, I need to change all those values, sir.
No. That is not how test would be.
Okay.
Store directly to a specified memory. Click on the third radio button. Hello, Sharath. Click here. All right. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. That is what the option. Store directly to specified memory location.
So F000. Okay. The value is F001.
And IF110. We can just directly give after 1001. Sir.
No. You don't do that here.
Okay. It automatically.
Yeah, leave this. Go back and assemble now. Now, why did this change here? Address again, F00 on the left side.
This one, sir.
No, left side on the address. Put here as F002.
I mean, here memory range.
Here you change to. Click on down the radio button just to check if what we entered is already there.
No.
Okay, so this memory range is the same, huh? Okay. How do you do this? Can you go to the editor now? Write memory range from F001 last time we will do a Sharath.
Here, sir.
Yeah, on top. Write
Okay.
F000. No, top. Yeah, now click assemble.
One is not showing up, sir. 2, 3, 4.
So the moment you click on, you set a memory range. What does this start from? Start from. You're going to start the simulation. You're going to start the working. F002. Interesting.
I mean, I was. My question is that only, sir. I mean, if we need to load some values to the register, then the
Yes.
memory should be having something. So where are we giving? I mean, where does the value is given to the memory? So that is what my question is. For example, as we were editing, it seems that correct. I mean, I was correct for me.
Yeah, your voice is breaking up, Sharath.
Okay, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, as per the program, we need to load the value of the address, that is F to a register, that is double.
Your voice is breaking again, Sharath. Is it only for me or is it for everyone else? Anand, for you also?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anyone else who's got a better idea? This is the reason we need to keep working with a simulator, so we know how to go around the system, to know where to put what and stuff. The only time I get to see the simulator is when someone is sharing it, so it's very tough for me also to really assume one. Sharath, will it be possible for you to type whatever you're asking?
Yes, sir.
Can you type in
I
the
didn't get
chat
your question.
whatever you're asking so we can see what your question is?
Yeah, sure.
Share your entire screen so we will know as you type. We don't need to wait for it. In the program itself, we'll write then MVI. Go to the editor, Sharad. Hello, Sharad. Go to the editor.
Yes, sir. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes. MVI. What are we pushing? What we are pushing? 0F.
Zero.
0F2. F0. F000. No, not B. MVI F000, comma 0F.
We need to remove this, sir. That shouldn't be there, right? The other
Yeah.
LDAX.
We are adding 2 instructions, so all the other instructions should be there. Why did you take that off? Now move again. Move immediately. MVI.
I mean, if we directly assign that value, then why should we assign LDAX? Sir? We are directly assigning the values, right?
Sharad, this system is new for all of us. Let's try and exploit it. Okay. We'll answer questions one by one as they come.
Yes, sir.
MVI. We'll have to move the next input data also. No, MVI F001. Yeah. LXIB. Yeah. Now that itself is a mistake there. Okay. It should not be in black. Why is it in black? MVI F00. Okay. So try LXI. LXI.
Into the same answer.
MVI, that instruction is in black in color, no, so it won't really work.
Okay.
At least try MOV. You press 2 or 3 times enter, Sharad, so these instructions will be safe. You don't need to write them again. Something is wrong. Okay, MOV is not working. MVI is not working. LDA, no. LDA. All right. Anyway, students, it's almost time. We will try to solve this at least in the next program, but I request all of you to really work. We have the program with us. We just are trying to get this working in the simulator. All right. So please work on the other programs, which is also given in the link to you all. I really want to thank Sharad for helping us with this. Okay. Thank you, students. Sharad will keep working. I'll keep in touch with you so we can